Alright, welcome back everybody. Brand new episode. I know, 3 days in a row. How exciting is that? It's awesome. I'm so excited to be getting this series going a lot more often. And getting kind of the groove back, for a case of a better word, so to say. So, we're here in the Nether, starting out this beautiful, beautiful episode. I need you. Yes, you. Perfect. Nailed it. But yeah, so we're out here in the Nether, starting things off, and I wanted to come see what these were. Extreme reactors. Benoit. No clue what they do. Excellent. Alright. I love blocks like that. Nothing better than those blocks. So awesome. But yeah, so I'm just doing a little bit of mining and such. And I'm also waiting for a ghast. I really want to get a ghast spawn up in here so that I can get my angel ring going, which would be just swell. Swell. He said swell. But yeah, no, that is one of my main goals, is to get that thing up and running and operational. Come here. Come here. Give me all the loot. Give me all the loot. Yes, indeed. Most of it fell down here. It's fine. Oh, cute little baby pigman with a pumpkin on his head. By the way, it's Halloween night. And I get to stay home and play video games. Can't think of anything better than that. So, spawn's over there, and I'm trying to figure out exactly where everyone's setup is, if you know what I mean. So, over there is Jack's Mackie. Here is my home. So, I figured let's do a little bit of kind of, well, not really exploring, but a little bit of adventuring to see what all is around now that we have flight. Oh boy, careful. Careful. Just to see what's about and see where some of these places are. And see what we can kind of come up with at the same time in our own way. So, yeah. Things are... There's so many nether fortresses in this nether. This seed is ridiculous. Ridiculously awesome, might I add. Oh my, look at all the bad guys. Oh boy. I'm just going to be over here if that's okay with you. I'm assuming that's just fine. See, spawn's over here. So I'm trying to find where I came out with that We All Playcast one. And I think it's like up in the ceiling somewhere. There's a little... Oh, I think I found it here. Yeah, this looks about right. Okay, perfect. So this right here is the We All Playcast. Yeah, we're learning things. We're getting things, mapping out the nether a little bit. I'm kind of waiting for a ghast, to be honest. Actually, one of those notes, I actually want to see if we can set this to show the actual mobs, not just the mob dots. I can't remember how to do that. I honestly can't recall. Okay. Alright. Mobs, show players, show grid, show villagers, show mobs. Yeah, I don't remember how to do it. So, I'm just going to go around. I'm going to keep exploring. Probably get some more loot as well. But the main thing that I want to do is capture a ghast. So that's our main goal here. I'll bring you guys back in. Looks like some people were hunting ghasts in this area. I'll bring you guys back in if we find one of those pesky ghasts. Ah, I see ya. I see ya. Oh, they're like silent. I can't hear them do the whine thing. How's it going, Ghasty? Too much health. Okay. We gotta get him down. We gotta reduce him. I'm going to use the hammer. Come here. Nope. Come back. Come back. I hit him. That's a load of baloney. Ow. 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 Still too much. Okay. So that was 3 hearts. No, that killed it. Okay. Okay. Hammer's too strong. Hammer's too strong. Luckily, we have another one here. Let's see. Come here, you. It's fine. Okay. Is that enough? 2 hits with the shovel? Is that good? Is that good, Ghast? Oh, still too much. Okay. No! How did it kill him again? 3 hits from a shovel kills a Ghast? Really? Wow. Okay. 3.7 attack. 8 attack. Huh. Alright. I don't know what to do here. We're running into attack issues on the old Ghast. I guess we could try a quick, like, sword and capture technique or something. I don't know why they're not making the whining sound. But, anyways, let's try this. Got him. We got it. We got the angel flight. We got the angel flight. Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got it. We got it. We got it. And there's a whole bunch of wither skeletons here, too. Hello, wither skeleton. Welcome. Welcome. Please give me your loot. I will take it all. Please. Don't wither me, though. No wither. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. But yeah, so we got the cursed lasso. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Crazy bones. Crazy bones. Alright. So we got the wither. The cursed Ghast lasso, which is honestly the hardest part of the angel ring. Having the jetpack definitely helps with this whole procedure. I highly recommend it. Oh boy! There's bad guys in here. There's bad guys in my safe little... Oh, I didn't actually make this hidey hole. But in the safe hidey hole, there's a blaze. It's fine. We're fine. No big deal. Now, is this actually going to take us to our base? That's the next question. This is where I come in. I'm not sure if it's going to take me to the right place. It does. We're good. We're good to go. Alright, so we got the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cursed lasso, which is awesome. Filled with a Ghast, which means we get angel ring. Alright, it's angel ring time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to it. Oh, fun fact. Oh, yes, seeing how we're passing by. Let's take a look at this. Couple quick notes. There's no such thing as a world interaction upgrade in 1.10.2. Because so many people actually mentioned it, I figured that I'd have to bring this up to you guys. It's actually called a mining upgrade. That's what it's called now. Okay? That goes in here. I've done this before. Okay, this isn't my first time, first of all. But that normally goes on the cobble. Now, a lot of people said, well, you know, you gotta do it like this and like that, and it'll make things all better. Putting the water directly next to it didn't fix it either. Now, there is one other solution that I would like to try here. Got it all. Excellent. So if we actually place this down now and place that in there, it's starting to mine the cobble now. Now, the interesting thing here is now it's stopped. Oh, no, it's going. Okay, perfect. See, before it stopped at that point. So it's working now. I think I just actually had to reconfigure it all and replace it all down. So that's what was going on there. I'm not sure how I glitched it out in the first place, but I did. So, alright, we need glass, we need gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and we need one of those redstone thingies, resonating redstone crystal. That guy there. Gold all the way around, and a little bit of glass. And we got our angel ring. Awesome. Which means we can remove our jetpack. And now we basically have 100% creative flight at all times. We no longer require the slime boots either, because the angel ring also prevents fall damage. So, like so. Excellent. So, we don't need the jetpack, we don't need the slime boots, but those are great to have as backups. Keep them around. You never know when they're going to be useful overall. Alright? So, I'm keeping them around. That is for sure. We're definitely doing that. I did get some draconium dust. I know, right? I know. Draconium dust. And a few other things as well. But, yeah, so for the most part, definitely want to hit that up and do that proper. Getting the angel ring is such a huge, huge step. So, highly recommend it. Anyways, we'll just throw those in there along with those. Good. Good. Now, the angel ring used to be required to go in your baubles slot. That's no longer the case anymore. It just goes in your standard inventory here. Now, you can make it different. You can give yourself wings and all that kind of stuff. This type of stuff doesn't really bother me at all. I don't need wings. I actually prefer not having wings, so we'll just leave it. One other thing, my pickaxe broke, so I managed to get some more cobalt, which is great. But I just realized I actually do not have an ingot cast whatsoever. So we're going to need 1, 2, and we'll just use iron. So we'll melt these down. And the iron is going to go in there to get ourselves the ingot cast that we require. But creative flight, oh, this is money. That is the stuff right there, if I do say so myself. I'm going to quickly repair my pickaxe and get that all finished up. We got our gold. Let's make our cast. Get that all finished up, and I'll be back with you guys, and we'll keep going on the mechanism train. Alright, so we got the angel ring. I just did a little victory lap out of pure enjoyment because why not? But now we need to get a configurator from Mechanism. This is kind of like their wrench for the most part. So the first thing that we're going to need is that energy. We're going to then need some of the enriched alloys on either side. Like that. Good. A stick. Well, that's easy enough. And a piece of lapis. Oh, I actually have one of those. Perfect. I actually managed to find some lapis lately. Very good. Okay, so the configurators are done. The problem is I have no way to charge them. We don't have any sort of capacity or anything like that over here. So let's get ourselves a quick little energy cube. Now we don't need a massive one or anything like that. We can probably just go with a basic version. But we're going to need more of this enriched alloy going forward here. We're going to need 4 steel, some osmium. Very good. We can do that. And the 4 glass. That should be pretty straightforward to get the hardened casing, or steel casing, my apologies. We're going to need the 6 gold, like so, down the middle with those guys on either side, and some redstone. So obviously we're going to need a decent amount of stuff here. The main thing that we're going to need is more of these guys right here, the enriched alloy, which is the iron with the redstone. So let's quickly get ourselves, let's get 2 worth. Yeah, I think 2 is a good number. That's going to be 16 iron. Okay, good. We can throw that in there, I guess. Yeah, that should work. And we'll get that at least fired up and started here to get us more of those. Get another compressed redstone. Definitely compress it all. Compress it all, ladies and gentlemen. Simple as that. We're going to need 2 iron for this final recipe, but this should be like that. That should give us the 1. Let's get another. Very nice. There's our 2 energy tablets, and bingo, basic energy cube. That will do the job quite nicely. Now, I'm just going to place it down right there just to store up some energy. I only want to use it for the configurator here. to fill it up with power, because it does require power, so you definitely need to do this process overall. Now, the reason being is, well, that's pretty straightforward, actually. I don't really care if it's supplying machines or not. It's still going to supply the machines at this point, but I don't want to limit it as well. So, for the most part, you can see here 320 RF per tick output. Okay? Each one of these windmills is outputting 384 RF per tick. And we have the immersive engineering one giving us a little teensy-wincy bit of power as well. So we have lots of power at this point in time, which means lots of other things as well. And a lot of those things are actually upgrades. Mechanism has amazing upgrades to their machines. Amazing upgrades. They help a ton. And why can I not find them? I'm apparently blind, probably. Okay. I think I can see them. I think I can see them. Why can't I see them at the moment? Basic tier installer. Where'd they go? Where are they? There they are, right there. There we go. So, things like speed upgrades, very useful. Very useful. Energy upgrades, equally useful as well. So we are actually going to need a lot more of those, of these enriched alloys. So let's get a lot more of them. I'm going to do up a full 32 here and get all of it going in 2 separate sections of 16. So we're going to get this thing up and running nice and quickly. This is why I recommend 2 metallurgic infusers, if not more. Most people that I know will probably say get even more than 2. So definitely probably want to go that route as well. Quick note, if you've installed this mod pack and you're getting annoyed... Ah! Scared me. Scared me. I did turn down my mechanism volumes, and I turned off industrial craft sounds as well. There's Hermie. Hi. And now Raj. Well, that's weird that they're the same person. So strange. So strange. But yeah, so which one did I do? That one's got more. Okay, this one. Perfect. We're going to get some of the upgrades going and get that. I'll be back when the enriched alloy's all done. So one of the things that I really want these upgrades for is to make things like steel, right? Steel is one of those items that I'm pretty much out of. I only have 3 left. And the reason for that is pretty straightforward, actually. But, you know, it's one of those things. So we got that, and it's just some glass as well. Okay, that's easy enough. Let's do that, and let's get 4 speed upgrades. Now, if we place all of these in the upgrade slot here, you put all 4 in the top here, it'll slowly trickle in and install them. And when you actually click on them, it'll show you that you can have a maximum of 8 upgrades in this system. And it's showing you that it's going to use 3.16 times the power. Alright, so to use this now is probably going to be in the range of 200 RF per tick instead of 20. So that's 200 RF. This is 20, as you can see. So quite a bit of a difference overall. Now, the main reason I'm doing this is to make myself a stack of steel, and I want to show you guys how much faster it does go. So let's quickly grab a little bit of iron here and head on over. Understand it quickly. Now, obviously, going 8 times is the way to do it. The other thing that we can do, and we're going to do it right now, is we're going to macer up some gold as well and get ourselves some of the energy upgrades. Now, these guys are then going to basically improve the efficiency of this. So right now it's 200 RF per tick. Once we have a little bit of gold here, we can demonstrate slowly and surely as we go. So if I install one of these, it's going to tell me that it just reduced it by 1.33. Perfect. So that means we need 149.97 RF per tick. Just as an example, it's slowly and quickly doing these calculations on the back end. There is things like muffling upgrades as well. The reason I turned down the volume on Mechanism is because muffling upgrades can't go in everything. And that's where it kind of gets me, is I like things being quiet in the background for my videos because it's focusing on the gameplay and all that kind of stuff. So after 3 energy upgrades, we are now down to 84 RF. And with this last one, let's see where we're at. I think it should basically bring us down accordingly to 63 RF per tick. So you don't completely get back to the original. That would be a little overpowered. Just letting you guys know that. So you don't completely get back down to the original, but it does reduce it quite dramatically. So I highly recommend getting the reduction down and using both upgrades in unison instead of just wasting power to get things going. Now that's going to give us the enriched stuff. I think I need another 8 coal, which I haven't really dealt with. We could speed up the enrichment chamber as well. We'll get into that a little bit later on. But for right now, I just want this thing going as fast as possible. So let's install all 8 and see where that takes us. So after they all install, you're going to see a big number here. And it's going to get progressively larger to 10 times. So we are now using 632 RF per tick. So both of these combined are doing 384 and 384. So that is what? 7 something? We are basically using up all of our power. As you can see here by the RF reducing down, using the energy cube and all that kind of stuff. So that tells me, well, you know what? You need to get yourself some more energy upgrades to slow this consumption down by quite a bit. But overall, it's pretty good. This guy's also using 20 at the moment, so it's not really a fair comparison. But yeah, we are definitely draining out our energy pretty much as fast as we're getting it in. The bar's still going quite consistently, so we're basically at that break-even point, I would say, at this point in time. So yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing that is happening. We can throw in the rest of our carbon here and get ourselves some steel. So I got the additional energy upgrades in there. This guy is pretty much fully sped up and efficient. We have 8 of both, and we're running about 200 RF per tick. Pretty straightforward. Or if you want to talk in joules, 500 joules per tick. Pretty straightforward. We're not draining all of our power this time, which is nice, and we're getting steel about as fast as we can out of one of these machines. Now, ideally, I probably should have split both of these up, you know, go 4 times in each and all that kind of stuff, save on power, etc. But I wanted to demonstrate to you all the upgrades. Obviously, there's the side configs and auto-ejecting out of these machines. There's also the transport configs, and there's redstone and security settings as well, if need be. So that's going to get us some steel pretty quickly overall. And then we're going to go and throw it in our very slow energized smelter. Yes, indeed. Nice and slow. Slow and steady is going to win the race there. But honestly, the whole reason why I've been doing this is actually for a good reason. And that reason is I do need more steel. Yeah. That's exactly why. I want to get a crusher. Yes. One of the next machines that you want to get in Mechanism is the crusher. And the reason being is, well, it's a very good block. It crushes things. We need redstone, some basic control circuits, and 2 lava buckets. Very easily done for us. We have everything already. So we got that. We got that. We got our steel casing. Boom, boom. And some redstone. And that's going to give us the crusher from Mechanism. Now, this guy actually needs to go right before this one, because if you actually crush down your ores, you will get more per ore. So, for example, do I have any ores? I don't think I do, actually. Well, that's awkward. Ores, any? Well, we'll see if a nickel ore works with this or not. But nickel does not work. Okay, it can go in the enrichment, but it can't go in the crush. Oh, maybe it can. Can't go in the crusher. Alright, let's just demonstrate. So, obviously you can crush down ingots into their dust form. That's very useful. This is also useful. Biofuel, another great power source. Let's just find... Is this the one that can do the ores? Or is that the next step? Oh man, I might have already forgotten. It might be the next step. Yeah, I think it's the next step. But this guy's very important to get things like biofuel, and you can get a lot of other things like obsidian dust. Obviously, you can get string, silicon, which is very useful, and, you know, pulverized coal dust, etc. Alright, so that does a lot of that. The other thing that it did there, and I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but there is some shards. There we go. Gold clump. Alright, now gold clump comes from a purification chamber. Now this is where you put your ore in with some oxygen to get gold clumps. Alright, now of course we do have oxygen right here. So if we actually just hook this up to a water supply, which we're about to do, we can set up the oxygen to pipe out and go directly to the to a purification chamber, which then can go into a crusher, which then can go into an enrichment chamber, which then can go into the smelter, and you actually get 3 times the ore. Yes, 3 times the ore. So that's a good way to go. I think the only other step is I want to get a lot more upgrades. I really want to get the upgrades going. I don't want to waste much time there. We have a lot of iron, so I want to really push this and get upgrades for all of our machines, which might mean also a power upgrade as well. So I'm going to get a whole bunch of this stuff off camera, because you guys don't need to see or worry about that, and we will expand from there and get things going. Alright, so I quickly made myself an electric pump as well. Now, we don't have very much room down here, which is actually going to work out for our benefit. I just want to get a little bit of chisel and bits here, though, I think. Let's see. Spruce wood planks. You got lots. Perfect. Okay. So what I want to do here is I want to just take some chisel and bits, and I want to directly get the water into our electrolytic separator. Now, I hope that we don't need to go back here. I can't remember if we do or not. That is one of the problems with some of these machines, is they are definitely, some of them are sided. So keep that in mind as you progress along. I don't think the water is. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but I don't think so. That is not the right way. We want it to be, I guess, like that. Let's just rotate it. No. Yes. No. That's power. Outputs out the top. So we actually want that to be like that. Is that right? No. Like that. Okay, good. Then this is going to be our power cable here. Good. We are going to go with a chisel and bits down here. I need a little bit of a blocker. For those of you guys that haven't checked out my chisel and bits series, I highly recommend it. I do think that it's very useful and is going to help out quite a few people. And I'm really looking forward to doing the next episode already. So, just like that. Good enough. Perfect. Just to get that little bit of a border. There we go. Nailed it. That way you can just then start placing nice and quickly all the way up. Good. Okay. Excellent. So I'm going to do that all the way around just so that we have a great basis point for our water to go in the middle. Right? If you know what I mean. A little bit of water, a little bit of agua for the pump to take. Now, the other thing that we could do, actually, by theory, is just a single line would probably hold it in place. So we could do this, and then one of these and one of those. Place down our water like that, and by theory it is held in place. I actually want it to be the full block, just because I'm particular about that kind of stuff, but for you guys, you are more than welcome to use them as like a factory block, micro block, and all that kind of stuff. I think this looks way better because it's almost like a little, it reminds you of an ex nihilo barrel, right? That's the way I kind of look at it. A full barrel from rain, you're good to go. Look at that thing. I love it. All right, so that will need some power, which requires a bit of steel. Boop, boop. We need some more of the cabling. Good. Good. All right, so that's going to connect like that. Are we getting water? Yes, we are. Awesome. Okay. Now, that can receive upgrades as well, but all of these machines, except for this one at the moment, have fully upgraded. So these are all 8 of 8, all of these machines, which is amazing and really helpful, and it really got to be nice and speedy as we proceeded along. Now, right now, we're capped with our hydrogen over here, but we have full-on water, which is awesome, and we are pretty well set up at the moment for some of that, so that's good. So we'll just put these away then. Boom. Put that away as well. Okay. So now, by theory, we could look at the purification chamber. This guy here. Not those. Not those. Not those. Oh, man. This is actually a little annoying. There it is right there. It requires a few more things, which is another enrichment chamber and a few more higher up circuits and stuff like that involved in this process. But I think before we get into that, I want to look at a different thing and just adding some more power to our system, because we are going to run into trouble here. Now, I could easily just add in more wind generators. It'd be so easy to just make more of those, and you could have like 30 of them and your power is set for quite some time. The biofuel generators work great as well. Biogens. These are amazing from Mechanism. They work really, really well. They synergize amazingly with pumpkins, which of course we have pumpkins, because you can get yourself quite a few pumpkin seeds and pumpkins and biofuel from them. Anyways, so they work really well with that. I have a feeling that those weren't getting actually harvested. So those definitely work together quite nicely. I was like, why isn't that planting? Those all work really well together, but I'm using up all of our stuff over here. So I kind of want to avoid that whole setup if I can for now, because we're using them in other places. So I'm just going to avoid using the bio stuff at this point in time, because it should all be going out here and into our setup over here. Ooh, our plant oil is very nice. I like that. I like that a lot. But let me take a look-see. We might just have to add more wind at this point in time. I can't afford the gas-burning generators quite yet. They require a decent amount of fluid to get going, and they require ethylene. Now, ethylene, is it like this? Yes. Liquid ethylene. We don't want liquid. We want just ethylene in general. Ethylene is a byproduct of another component that we have to work on as well. So let me double check the time on the video. I don't know where we're at, and we'll see what else needs to be done or not. We are done, I think, with a lot of this industrial craft setup, though. That's pretty sweet. Alright, just as I thought, I was a little bit long-winded overall, indeed. So we got a little bit of the mechanism stuff. We got the angel ring. How awesome is that? I quickly crafted up some biofuel just with some of our poisonous potatoes over there because we weren't using them for much else. I think what we need to do is a lot of the next stuff with mechanism, the 3 times and whatnot, I'm not too concerned about, and I think what I want to do is I want to move all of this into the basement for the most part, including the industrial craft stuff. So for that, I'm going to need an industrial craft wrench, probably the electric wrench for that matter, but we can do that next episode. So I think I'm going to move all this into the basement and work on 3 times or generation, or 3 times multiplication of your ores, and that way we can start to implement a little bit of a system when it comes to the actual setup of maybe the quarry coming into the picture. So that's going to be it for today. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I hope that all of you people who are just getting into Infinity Lite are enjoying my series on it. I know that it's a little bit more of a unique series with some awesome chisel and bits and a few other things and half-done stuff at the moment. But I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.